Haute couture, also known as high fashion, is the best in fashion. In fact, it's considered a form of art, the art of couture. Elaborated garments that can take over 2 weeks to make and as much as 6 meters of fabric are more than luxury products. They become legends, hard to get by, and accessible to almost all. It is estimated that Haute Couture has about 4,000 customers worldwide. Talk about exclusivity, huh? Haute Couture is an open door for fantasy, innovation, and creativity. It's where boundaries don't exist and expression comes in many forms, shapes, colors, and materials. Twice a year, one for spring and summer and another for fall and winter, the top designers in the world and their teams of artisans come together to produce the most authentic and exuberant garments that later will be presented in these theater-like runway shows where everything is thought of. From the clothes that the models are wearing, to the accessories, the stage, the music, the lights, all the components come together to showcase the vision of the brand. The term couture is in fact protected by the FHCM, which stands for Federation of Haute Couture and Fashion, and to get into the community you actually need to be invited. And not all brands can actually afford this, as haute couture is very expensive to produce and very time consuming. In the end, haute couture sells the dream. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are speaking about haute couture, a subject very close to my heart. I love it. Most specifically, we are speaking about the 2020 Spring-Summer collection. The most important key thing about this video is that we are going to look through the main trends within this season. I have released not long ago a video for the Spring and Summer of 2020 for the ready-to-wear collections. I feel like the haute couture kind of continues that same road. There's a lot of crossovers, a lot of continuation in terms of both materials, colors and shapes, but there's definitely a few adds-on and a few tweaks which I really wanted to speak to you about today. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Liliana. I am a Portuguese fashion designer and I focus in sustainable fashion. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video. First and foremost, we have capes, just so elegant. And also, who said that trains are for dresses? Or skirts? We can have it in a cape. We can also have it in trousers or a jumpsuit. Trains in this season come either as the statement piece or as a complement of the look. They come in short, long, flowy or rigid, but they are present. So yeah, capes is the #1 trend and I have a feeling this is a trend to continue, not to just stop here. Next we have belts, and when we speak about belts, especially within this collection, with this season, we need to speak about Jean-Paul Gaultier. Unfortunately, he announced that he would be retiring from his position as the artist director in his own house. We'll miss you, Jean-Paul. But back to belts. Obviously, belts are always present, smaller, bigger, sometimes brighter, sometimes just a little detail. They never really go away, but this season they are not just a accessory, they are a statement piece. That meaning that they come and they make the look. The belt without the look would not be the same. That's what a statement piece is. The next two trends are trends that we saw in the ready-to-wear collection. They just kind of continued within the haute couture collections. The first one being the tuxedos. This is going to be, I think, a very heavy explored in high fashion. You'll see a lot of blazers, a lot of little dresses with the lapels. You see a lot of this influence coming into the big doors. But in haute couture, the tuxedos come a little bit more elegant, definitely better suited because that's what haute couture is, with a lot of detailed draping, magnificent fabrics, sometimes simple, sometimes extravagant, but they are very much present in this collection. The second trend is a continuous trend from the ready-to-wear collections is ruffles. Obviously, haute couture is the mother of ruffles. There's, I don't think there's never not one ruffle in these collections because they are fun, they create movement, they give a lot to the garment. But in this season, wow, they're like big and everywhere. especially in Givenchy. I loved once again their collection. I feel like the ready-to-wear was strong and the Haute Couture as well. They went full on their ruffle. If you had the ruffle metric and you had 0 and then you had like 10 being John Galliano, they were like in the 6, 7 grade. By the way, I love John Galliano. It's just, I think I might get a lot of hate in this comment by saying that. Maybe I'll just tweak it out. I still love him. He's a great artist. Jumping into the materials, and when I say materials, I don't mean just like what the garments are made of, but also how the material is manipulated. And obviously in the Haute Couture, manipulation of fabrics is a big thing. They take it, they pleat it, they drape it, they do a lot of things with it to get to the end result, which is stunning. The two big trends I want to speak about within the materials are actually not what the material is, but how they are manipulated. First one being the draping. Obviously, yeah, draping in Haute Couture, great. Big deal. There's always draping in Haute Couture because the draping is a wrapping around the body to make a garment fit perfectly, and then you can manipulate and give some tweaks here and some more volume there and then slick and tight there. Like, that's what draping gives to you. Instead of pattern making, you can construct a garment by just draping the fabric on the mannequin and go from there. But what I mean by draping as in being a big trend is how even on tailored garments you see a little detail of the manipulation of the fabric to create this new form. And that's what I think is very interesting in this new season. Also, when it comes to draping in this season, I cannot not speak about this collection, but Dior, they build these braids garments on the body of the mannequins, then they just let the fabric fall, and it was just so beautiful made. Not entirely fan of the whole collection as a whole, but those dresses were like, you could see the work that it takes. They construct those garments by just braiding the fabric in together and then making it fall on the mannequin. It's just very well done. Beautiful, actually. Next trend that I want to speak about is pleats. And pleats, once again, is not the material, but how the material is manipulated. Pleats, once again, in Haute Couture is a given. They are always pretty much present. There are some more minimal collections, but pleats is something that Haute Couture likes to explore. What I did find interesting is that this season you don't see like crazy geometrical pleats, the way that the fabric folds, that you don't really understand how it is possible. This season is way more neutral and way more clear and clean. And you see pleats in like big statement dresses, but you're also seeing like little shirts that are like more of a secondary look. I think pleats will be definitely present in a more subtle way within this collection, but definitely they will be there. The next material is a continuation from the ready-to-wear. This is lace and feathers. We kind of dropped the crochet, that is for the ready-to-wear, and we focus on the lace and feathers. Lace, especially white lace, will be a big trend. I can see already loads of little cute dresses with a little bit of white lace. Fast fashion just smashing into the big doors. Feathers, obviously, that doesn't really scale it down as much. Very expensive material. The thing with Haute Couture is it's not a literal trend influencer. For an example, feathers represent something that is light and delicate and feminine and fun, that gives movement. So that's what the fast fashion is going to take and kind of replicate within their collections. But for those of us that still dreaming wearing one Haute Couture dress in their life, we need to speak about the last outfit, the last garment of Valentino's collection. I'm a big fan of Valentino. Valentino has always been a big influence in my work, in the way I vision fashion, and this look was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. The model was wore it so well. It was just so beautiful. The contrast of her skin with the color, it was just beautiful. I loved it. First of all, I'm a pink girl. I said that many times. I love pink. And then that Valentino red just popping, and those feathers that you don't see neck, you just see face and feathers, and it's just, okay, I'm done. It's beautiful. Next, we have colors. Colors don't change as dramatically. Normally there's like a nice transition from collections, not only seasons, but like collections within within fast fashion and all that stuff. I do see a lot of colors that were used in the ready-to-wear collections, in the haute couture collections, but definitely with a few adds up and not as much of some other colors. So the first color that I need to speak about is definitely the classic blue. In the last video I've told you that the classic blue was considered the color of the year. Haute Couture did not misuse it. It didn't come like super overwhelming, but it was definitely present in pretty much all the collections, even by a lot or by a little. Givenchy once again got my heart when they presented that beautiful blue garment with the big hats. I loved the big hats. It was just... It felt like, once again, it felt like the cape looked like the train cape look, but with a hat. Such an original idea. I really liked it. Next in colors is the mellow yellow, or that very brown, almost like sunset-y color. I really like this yellow. There's not many yellows that I find myself liking. I just don't think there's a color that suits me that well. Depends on the tone, obviously, but it's not just a color that I have loads on my wardrobe. But definitely this color came much more present. It was said to be a big color for this season. In the ready-to-wear collections, it didn't really pop out that much. There's few nuances, but definitely in the haute couture they came more alive, especially when you see Giambattista Valli in his collection. You see the yellow popping up quite a lot. The next two colors are continuation of the ready-to-wear collections into the haute couture collections, Cantaloupe and Cassis, and these haute couture collections, they come again to life. A few nuances of it as well, like there are some collections they utilize other tones of that color, so they start modifying the color. And then the last two other colors, which should be the purest blue and the mint green, are present but just in a few garments, in a few collections. They're definitely not as present as in the ready-to-wear. So that is it, guys. This season for spring-summer 2020 haute couture, I wasn't super blown away, but nonetheless there were some beautiful garments I still wish to learn more about, or maybe I'm just being jealous because I wish I could wear one of them. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to, from now on, always update what the trends are going to be like. Don't forget to click the button down below that says subscribe, big red button. And when you do so, don't forget to put the little bell on, because this way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video, and then we can hang out. I promise I'm fun. I mean, I talk too much. Maybe that's the problem. But hey, that's why you're here, right? And lastly, but definitely not least, if you enjoyed this video, put the like button. It definitely supports my channel, and it will give you bad luck if you don't do it. This is what desperate people do. So, I'll see you next time. See ya!